Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 206. I'm Ryan, joined by my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin, and we're back here at it again. You guys excited for tonight?
Yes.
I thought you were
thinking
about
about it all
breaking out
week.
the song or something.
I was a little tease there.
At it again.
The rest of the song will be at the end of the episode. This is sort of a
Bonus.
a down week, I guess you'd say. We're just gonna chat with you for a little bit this week, and then we're gonna talk about stuff coming up. And I'm going to Disney, so we'll talk about that a little bit. But this is sort of a news week for all the news you need to know.
Yeah, that's
That's
Katrin's
my line.
job.
I know. Sorry.
What do I do now? What do I do?
He's pointless.
Yeah, I want to get one of those for lack of a better word, machines that you press a button and it makes all the sound effects.
Sound.
It's a
board.
thing. The thing podcasters use. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Then I can just hit a button and it'll do it.
Yep. Sound box.
Anyways, it's been a crazy week here. I've been up late every night. My wife's out of town, so I've been having to put the kids to bed, and that's always fun by myself. And I've been making kyber crystals.
Ooh. Out of kyber?
If you don't know what kyber crystals are, then this is your first time listening to this show. But I make them for these lightsabers that Disney makes called from Savi's Workshop in Star Wars Land. For most of these people are Galaxy's Edge, and they work in their lightsabers. And I made one for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, which is coming up October 1st, just around the corner. But and I've started selling them. They've been, I've sold a few of them. I'm very excited about that. If you're watching, here it is in its little case. It's sort of hard to see.
Well,
especially if you keep moving it around.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
But I'm also working on one that I'm taking to give out to cast members.
Oh. Does it say thank you?
No, it's a 50. It's like this one, but it's a little different. This is just a prototype. I'm making another prototype, and then I'm going to decide which one is better. So, do you want to see the prototype? You want to see it?
Of course.
If you're listening, just imagine.
I mean,
here's the.
I can only.
It's still got the 50 on it, but it's got like iridescent.
It's like a party.
Yeah,
it's like a party inside a kyber crystal.
Gold.
It's a kyber party.
No, that's the first version for the one that I'm just going to pass out to cast members. I'm going to be like, hey, you're cool. Kyber crystal. And they'll be like, what's this?
Is it a confetti bomb?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
It does.
Sir, we're not allowed to take anything from
But
you.
I'll probably mostly be handing them out in Galaxy's Edge. And so there's little hidden Mickeys in it, little confetti hidden Mickeys. And I've only used the colors that they sell kyber crystals there. So blue, red, green, gold, or yellow. White, and then there's a hidden black one in it because that's a really difficult one to find. So I hid a black one inside. You have to look around and see where the black one is.
There you go.
I don't know. I thought it was fun.
It is fun.
I'm sure most of the people there will be like, "Yeah, I don't want one of those." But thanks.
Oh, they will. They always love to see your wares.
Wares. I just have a jacket that I open up.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the middle of summer.
Yeah. Hey. I'm thinking about taking, maybe for one night while I'm at Galaxy's Edge, taking my poncho, my Cal Kestis poncho.
Oh, there you go.
And just be goofy and wear it around.
Be goofy. Gosh.
Well, just wear it around.
Yeah, Goofy's a different character.
I don't think that he wears a poncho.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I got to work on my Batu bound because I got to have to do it. I'm trying to think of a best summer version where I'm not going to burn up, but I'll still look like I'm in universe.
Yeah, that's always the hard part. I'm trying to, and that's the thing. You always have to think about that when you go to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, because it's almost always hot.
Yeah. So
if you Google it, you'll find some things like Batu bound in shorts.
You'll find I'm like the second, or I used to be, maybe not anymore. If you Googled Batu bound, I'm like the second picture or second or third picture
I don't believe.
But that was a long time ago, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
I used to be because I was like,
should-
oh look, I'm famous on Google.
Should do workout Luke. Where he's working out with Yoda.
Yeah.
Wear some
like-
spandex or something.
Headband.
I don't know. I'll figure something out.
That's actually a cool idea. You could wear like cut off shirt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man,
Draw off these guns.
have in your backpack. You could just have Yoda in the backpack.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Show off the guns. Yeah.
Guns.
Yeah.
But he still wears pants.
Sorry, those are illegal to go
He wears
into
pants.
Disney.
That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
you can do.
But it's
you can do
bounding.
shorts. It's a bounding.
It's bounding.
So
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be.
It's not.
It's
a
not
costume.
cosplay.
I wonder if I could figure out a Cal Kestis shorty short bounding. Well, not shorty short.
No, I think you have to do that now.
They are selling, which I sort of want to buy. They are selling Han Solo vests now, like the actual one that he wears from the movie in Galaxy's Edge. I'm like, I want a Han Solo vest. That's cool, and his shirt. So you could buy the shirt and the vest in Galaxy's Edge, but probably won't.
That's cool.
I think somebody said the vest was only $50, and actually that's not too bad for one of those vests.
Yeah.
Because if you go on Amazon to get a Han Solo vest, it's like $100 or something. So,
Yeah, you could totally bound as training Luke.
Yeah.
Just your pants do have to like ride high, like your shorts. or
Yes.
whatever.
Tall
They have to
socks.
ride high up over the belly button.
Well, that's how I always wear them.
Yeah.
It's some like
43 years old.
80s socks, like with the stripes on them.
Mhm.
I mean, that's totally not what Luke wore, but I mean, it.
He's looking at pictures right now.
I think that would work.
Make yourself really dirty.
Dirty, yes. Like a Tuesday.
Like a Tuesday? I'm gonna make sure I wear my badge. I'm gonna take my badge with me.
There you go.
I am geek.
I am
nice.
geek
My
badge.
Beskar badge. Take that with me. Probably take a lightsaber. My wife will be like, "Ugh,
Of course.
dragging a lightsaber with you," and I'm like, "Or I could just buy another one. I'm there." And then she's like, "No, take it with you."
You just have to buy another one.
Yeah, I'll just buy another one.
And I heard those droids that you have are getting a little lonely,
I think so.
and you probably need another one.
You might need a
Maybe a new
BB-8 unit.
I know what I want,
BB unit.
but I don't think they're going to be selling them yet. I bet they'll wait till October. They're going to sell a Cal Kestis lightsaber,
I saw that. Yeah.
and I really want that to go with my Cal Kestis cosplay. 'Cause that would be
Mhm.
awesome. But knowing me, they'll start selling them the day after I leave. Because that's
Okay.
every past few trips, the day after I leave, they drop all this, like, they just throw up all this new Galaxy's Edge stuff.
Ew.
Yeah.
We'll just go up to the counter and then just slide one of your kyber crystals across it. I'm looking for Cal Kestis
Yeah.
lightsaber.
And they're like, what?
Oh, I dropped that. I guess that's yours.
Oh.
You must have dropped that.
We
That's
do-
yours.
We do have a comment.
Oh.
We have someone watching on Facebook, Heather Valva. I hope I said this right because I've never seen this name before, so I apologize. Delu, maybe? She says, so cool. I would take one. And she was referring to the Kyber crystal that you're going to give out. Yeah.
Now they are for sale on I'm Geek Shop on Etsy. You can buy this one, and it comes in this case
Yes.
on Etsy. So I'm Geek Shop. If you just type that in on Etsy, you should find it, or Google it. This one though, the cast member one, I won't sell. I'm just gonna. I'll give it to the cast member and be like, okay, that would be this much money. No, I'm just gonna give them out. If I can get them made. That's the thing. Hopefully.
I mean, maybe.
Hopefully. Anyway, so they come with a little card. I don't know. Hopefully the cards will come in. It's fun. But yeah, if you want to buy any of my crystals, I have many different types of crystals. I have box sets. I have all kinds of stuff on I'm Geek Shop. Tonight's episode is sponsored by I'm Geek Shop. Why? Because it's mine. I can do what I want.
Sure how it works.
Well, I mean, I don't have to pay anything. This is my shop.
Oh.
Come shop my wares. Chris can do the same thing. I don't think Catron has a shop.
I have a dog that keeps whining over here. I don't know if you hear that on the
No, we don't
microphone or
hear it.
not.
We don't hear it.
Yeah. If you want ornaments, I mean, I've got your ornaments.
Oh yeah.
Forgedflare.com.
Mm.
So there, several different styles of laser cut ornaments. They're fun.
Cool.
I don't have a shop. Sorry.
No, it's okay. If you need any IT advice, give Catron a call.
Don't ask me, please.
No. Anyway,
Please don't talk to me.
speaking of
Exactly.
Disney, now while I am there, now I leave the 21st. And see, this is what I'm telling you. This is what happens. I leave the 21st. On the 20th of September, Space 220, the restaurant that was supposed to open a long time ago, is finally opening. There's no reservations for yet. Now I'm wondering if they're just going to do walk-ups at first. I don't know.
So I mean, is it supposed to be what space is like in the year 220?
No.
Yeah.
All right, so Space 220 is going to be a restaurant that's besides the space ride at Epcot, which Mission Space at Epcot. And supposedly you walk in and it's like you're in this elevator that shoots you up 220 miles into the air or something like that.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm so
And the lights they
excited.
must have on that thing so airplanes don't hit it.
I know.
It doesn't really go.
It's the tallest structure in Disney.
Wait, what?
It
What?
doesn't really go up.
Yeah, it's a fake elevator.
Oh,
I thought it was cool that they picked the 20th.
lies.
They picked the what?
The 20th of September.
Yeah.
220, right? I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I wish they had picked like a week earlier. That way, when I'm there, I'd have more of a chance and actually
more
going.
time. Yeah.
They should have done in February. Maybe 220.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they didn't have it ready in
work out
time.
that way.
Oh, they screwed it up.
Yeah,
But I think the elevator is gonna be super cool, right? It's
I've
you're
seen
looking into
video.
this like
I've seen video
round
of it.
video screen, right? And it looks like you're going up, and I'm sure they've made it so it feels like you're going up. I mean, because you ride these rides or simulators like Soarin' and the Banshee ride I can't think of
Star
right now.
Tours.
It feels like you're
Yeah.
flying and going upside down and doing all these things. So it's like they know how to do it. It's like and make it.
When you leave, do you go back down the elevator?
You just go out the side door. I don't. I don't know. I mean, I doubt it, just because it's like
maybe they
that
have
would
two
be
elevators.
a nightmare. They have to have more than one, surely. I don't know.
They
Maybe
can
not.
only
I guess
afford
they wouldn't.
I bet this is my
You
guess.
check in downstairs.
You check in.
Downstairs.
You check in, yeah, and then when they call your name, street party of 4, come with me, and then you go into the elevator.
Yeah,
and it's only like 2 seconds, probably.
Yeah, and but I kind of hope that they allow others to ride it, but I don't think they will. I think it'll be that you have to go to the restaurant to do it. So it's like there's going to be tons of people that don't get to see this thing, right? Because they may never get into this restaurant at least for 5 years. It's going to be hard to get into, I'm sure.
What if you're like afraid of heights?
That's your.
Now,
I mean, that's the real thing, though, right? I mean, because if you look down into that screen, it feels like you're going up. That could give some people some vertigo,
And
like
then when
feeling
you're
like
up in the restaurant, then all the windows are like you're looking out into space.
Yeah.
Which I guess will give us a hint of what the Galaxy's Edge Star Cruiser thing is going to be like.
I hope so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But this is going to be real space, not sci-fi space.
Well, it's just going to to be black. Like there's nothing else.
You're welcome.
Like you're in space. There's nothing up here.
They should have a comet go by and like crash into one of the windows, and all these red lights go off.
Yeah.
Alien invasion. They should do that.
If they don't sell, or give out astronaut ice cream, then it's not worth it.
Well, I don't think they will. But
I mean, all food should be in pouches.
They should have some kind of dessert that has it like as a little.
They could
thing on it,
Topper.
Yeah, a little topper.
Yeah.
That would make it.
Garnish.
Or they should
Garnish
just
with
bring all the food
restaurant.
out in like those silver pouches.
Yeah, they should be. Then you add the water.
Yeah, and you add the water. It's like that. Those
Camping, the
those
hydrated
places.
foods.
What is it? What's it called?
The military.
It's like this soup. It's like this Asian soup place. They have one in Orlando. It looks pretty cool. Where this robot takes you to the table, and then they bring you this bowl, and you sit it down on this thing, this heater thing on your table, and then you pour everything in it. And there's like a conveyor belt that goes around, and you grab the stuff that you want in your soup, and you put it in it from the conveyor belt.
Forget Space 2020. I want to go to this place.
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
They got a robot.
they
Not a
do.
big soup
This
fan.
robot takes you to the table. It's like, "Hello, how are you doing today?" And then the robot will come by your table and like, "How's everything going?" Like a real robot. And then there's a
Not
conveyor
like those
belt.
fake ones.
Really
Yeah.
real?
Well, you know what I mean. And then there's like a conveyor belt that goes behind you and around you with all the food on it, and you just pick off what you want and you dump it into the bowl. It looks very cool.
It might.
I've
yeah.
seen some
Does that still
videos
happen
on
in COVID
YouTube.
times? Because people are so afraid to
I don't know.
touch other people's food.
I've went to one of those. Was it a Japanese restaurant where it has the conveyor belt and you just grab off what you
Yeah.
Oh
want?
yeah.
Those are fun.
I've been
Let's
to a
see.
sushi train.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Robot
It was
soup
like
place. I'm
it
gonna
was a
type that
train
in.
going around, and you just pick off the plates, and
that's
the plates are priced differently. So it's like if you pick up a blue plate, it costs $5, and red plate it's $10.
This place had some kind of game or whatever.
Oh, here we
Like the plates that you would take off, like it scored you somehow,
Oh,
and like these different things would happen on this TV screen, like at your table, like
there you go.
depending on what you took down and put back. It was fun.
You and Me revolving hot pot.
Hot pot.
Oh.
It's near Disney Springs.
There you go.
Yeah, see the
You should.
tables all have these like hot, like
Pots?
stove tops on them.
Pots.
So I guess you could like burn don't take children there, I
A
guess.
hot pot.
And there's a robot that goes around, and look, there's the robot Peanut.
Aw.
There he is.
Oh,
Precious.
it's cute. It's the
Like a
shape
little
of a peanut.
So this should be
Purple peanut.
Space 220. Choice, you get your choice of broth that they bring out that you put on your little hot plate thing that's embedded in the table, and then you just put all your fixings in it. Next
Ah.
time, Catron, we're there, I'm taking you.
No.
What if you go and just like, oh no, I just want the broth.
You could, I guess.
There's a guy at work. He drinks bone broth, and it's just like
You and Me hot pot. We're going, Catron.
So it kind of reminds me of like as far as like cooking at your table. We have a place called Stacks. It's a pancake place, and you can sit at a table that has a hot plate or big griddle.
Yeah.
And you make your own pancakes in front of you.
So what's the difference?
Yeah, you're
It's
making
not soup.
pancakes, not soup. I'm just not a big fan of soup, I guess. Especially
I'm not a huge
I
fan
don't know.
of soup.
We can just
either.
get all the. Well, see, the reason they have the soup is it cooks all the stuff. All the stuff is
And-
like raw, and you put it in there, and then it cooks it.
And I think that this kind of soup's a little different than like the soup that you would
Yeah.
normally think of.
Yeah.
I think
It's not like a chili.
I know.
chicken
Well,
broth.
see, that would be
Ramen.
better. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not a big ramen fan.
Yeah.
A lot of times those have like seafood in it and junk, and I'm just like,
you don't have to go. It's okay. You can go to Space 220 and eat your astronaut ice cream. Hopefully,
Probably not.
there's not a menu out yet. I don't think.
No, and it's not a Disney company. It's doing the food. It's like some outside company, right? that,
It's You and Me hot pots doing it. That's what I heard.
It starts with an L, right? Something. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the place.
Landry's?
It's not Landry's. Maybe it doesn't start with an L because that's. I think that's probably what I was thinking of. It's not Landry's.
Logan's Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Yes, Logan Steakhouse.
Space
Welcome-
220,
welcome to
sponsored
Space
by
220.
Logan
You
Steakhouse.
can throw a peanut shell down the big
They don't
elevator.
do that anymore because of COVID. They don't
really?
have the peanut bucket, their peanut barrels. They just have it filled with children's menus.
So you can throw children's
But
menus. on them?
what does COVID have to do with dropping peanut shells on the floor?
Well,
I guess
putting your
touching it.
hand in there.
Yeah, but they can give you a fresh bucket every time.
No. Like they have the big barrels that you just go put your hand in.
Mm.
Oh, I guess Texas Roadhouse, they would bring you a
Oh,
bucket
maybe
to your
that
table.
is. I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't
that's
know.
what I was thinking.
But I never ate them anyway. Kind of gross.
Yeah. It's kind of gross. So next week on the show, before I forget, Caitlin's doing the one chip challenge, right? Is that what's happening?
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry, it broke up. I think your internet connection's messed up. I'm not sure.
One chip challenge? You doing it?
I didn't catch that. What was that? It'll have to be on a Friday night when I don't have to work the next day.
Why? I don't understand.
I think it'll be
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine.
You'll go like a full hour. Won't need anything.
You'll be like, this
I'll-
is nothing.
Whatever.
This is
Go like a.
Well,
water
if we
hose.
do a special Friday event, would you do it?
See.
The fans are listening.
in
They're
the
clamoring
text
for it.
in the text group, he was like, "Yeah, I'd do it.
Well, that's when I thought it was still like $100 or something.
I do the chip challenge, no problem. I got that."
He's like, oh,
And I'm like, "Oh, they have them.
It's
You can buy
affordable
them
and they're
for
available."
$6.99." And then there was dead silence.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Get
what
Charlie
we
to
got?
do it.
Charlie did.
So is the idea that you just watch me eat it on YouTube and see me like snot coming out of my nose and all?
We can give you a quiz or
Yeah,
something.
we can give you a quiz or something. You could do like if you get the question wrong, you little tiny bite.
We'll give you a Pee Wee Herman quiz.
Well, I failed that the last
You
time.
did.
We'll do back to the
Or
quiz.
we could
Hey.
do this. We could give you, I mean, this would make it fair for you, not for the viewers, really. Not for us. But we
well-
could do 5 questions.
Okay.
You get the majority of the questions right, you don't have to eat the chip.
I have to eat it. I
But
still have
if
to eat it
you-
because I paid $7 for it. So I'm going to eat the chip either way.
Not wasting $7.
Heather in our chat says it's a trap. Do not take the challenge.
Heather.
Oh, what does Heather know?
No, Heather knows a lot because
So,
she's watching
Here's
us, so.
here's the thing. I need to do first before I do this. I think my son wants me to do the blazing challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Didn't you already
And
do that?
we keep telling him, huh?
You did that on the show, didn't you?
No, we just ate the sauce. Because here's the thing. At least they used to do when they did the blazing challenge. They would take the wings, put them in the hottest sauce, and then they would put extra something on it, like
Yeah.
some kind of juice or like capsaicin, pure capsaicin, on there. But and supposedly it makes it hotter. But again, when we did that challenge with the chips and the hot, it really wasn't that hot.
See, this,
So I think I could
this
do it.
one chip probably is not bad. You
I
know
mean,
what you
if-
could
if-
do?
So I feel like
if you do
but-
that, if you
Right.
eat the one chip, I'll eat a
Oh.
whole bag of Cool Ranch Doritos.
Same.
Now we could what we
I mean,
could
the
do
party
is
size.
we could do the they have different kinds of chips. These one chip people.
Yeah.
So you could start out,
I've tried some
slow,
of the other chips.
you know, and then for every question you get wrong, because we'll make the questions really hard, you work your way up to the one
But
chip.
they don't have to be hard for me.
Let's just get Winchester to do it.
It's $7 for one chip.
We'll send it to Winchester.
Mhm. Well, it's a big chip. Have you seen the chip?
It is a
It's
big chip.
good sized chip. You have to
Um,
eat the whole chip.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's why Sasha Banks missed SummerSlam. Because she took the one chip challenge and then all of a sudden, oh, she can't be at SummerSlam.
it's really weird because like I've noticed as I've gotten older that I can't handle as much spice as I used to.
Oh, I can't handle any.
But it's
yeah.
also certain spices. But I haven't nailed that down yet, so I don't know which ones.
Well, I
set it
think
off.
this
but
will be a good exercise.
it's a good
It's
experiment.
a good
to
experiment.
know if it does or not.
You don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Oh,
no,
we'll figure it.
no
we'll see.
pressure, no pressure.
No, he'll do it.
There may be one already coming to your house. No, I'm just
There
kidding.
may be several.
Yeah. You're going to take the 25 chip challenge. Stack them on top of each other.
I need to again. I think if I need to work my way into it. I think.
Yeah. Well, we'll get the different kinds. Just take it out of the.
I don't have any
budget.
concept. I don't. Yeah, out of the budget. from what you make at the with the kyber crystals.
Oh yeah, I mean,
The I am geek.
I could buy you a $6 chip for selling these.
No, I don't mind paying for it. I just I'm really curious to how hot it is because I mean I've eaten some hot stuff and yeah it stinks, but it's like I can I don't know.
Carolina Reaper and
the guy that does a YouTube show about hot wings.
Oh gosh,
he said it was the worst one. That he's like, this is different than anything we've done before, and he was tapping out. So
yeah, he was ready to tap out before she was. So was it Sasha Banks?
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah,
she kept him going. We'll keep you going.
But again, I think we'd have to plan it on when I'm not working the next day because I feel like I would not be very useful.
I mean, if we need to, you can do it on location. Much different than normal. You can do it on location outside of like a walk-in clinic, like an ER or something.
Just do it. You can just sit on the toilet, take a computer in there.
No. That's, talk about cringe. Good grief, jeez.
All right, let's move on. So, also this week, the annual passes for Disney or Walt Disney World has changed. Has come back in a different form. That I think they're just overcomplicating things again, but
that's the theme of this year.
That is the theme
with Disney. Let's make it super complicated.
I listened to our friends over at Main Street Electrical Podcast talking about the Disney Genie.
Yeah,
and it's confirmed it even more that it is so complicated. They overcomplicated it so much.
Yeah.
You have to have somebody explain it to you. And then they don't even understand it.
These are travel agents, and they're like, "Well,
In fairness, there's a lot of details that still need to be answered about it, and it made more after I read it a few times and heard other people talk about it. I get it. But anyways,
I did, and then they were talking about that if you get the Genie Plus, which we won't go into all this, that you get an audio walking tour.
Yeah,
have you heard about this?
So there's also some augmented reality glasses too that you get if you get the
glasses.
There's something in like the fine print that's like you get some glasses with one of the things.
Huh.
I know there's like an augmented thing on your phone that like a character will pop up behind you, but I think that's
I think that's on your phone.
But they talked about some glasses that you get.
No, that will never happen.
Oh, I know. And it's like, well, what do you use it for? Which that's kind of interesting, but it's like what?
Well, who's going to use and they were talking about this on Main Street. Who's going to use the audio tour? Because when I go with my family and I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, if I pop in my earphones to listen to the audio tour, they're going to be gone in a minute. I'm going to look down and be like, oh, where'd the kids go? Like
I hope it's just like the tour from Jurassic Park. Same guy, was it Richard something reading it?
I think it's just like characters pop in and be like, hi, this is Cinderella, welcome to my castle.
I mean, it could be like My Pal Mickey reinvented or something. It's like, you should head over to the
I just want to know who thought that was a good idea. Man, you know what they should do? They should just put their ear pods in and walk around all day.
Oh my gosh.
Narrated by Donald Duck.
That's I mean, not to gripe. I just that's the whole thing that I think is crazy. It's like you're becoming so dependent on the stupid phone with everything we do, right? But so now it's like I got to do this at Disney World just to see what's going on. Now, here's the thing: you don't have to do any of this. You don't have to do Genie. You don't have to do Genie Plus. You don't have to look at your phone. You don't have to use your phone.
But
they're doing a lot of things that almost make you do it if you really want to take advantage of everything. And a lot of people will, and a lot of people sit there and look at it. They have the play thing, which they say is really kind of cool.
The play thing is cool. I've done it.
Because you can interact with things in some of the queues. Like it'll light up things.
It's cool.
Which I've not seen. But I like to keep the phone in my pocket and not look at it because I do that a lot.
I did the play app one time when I was there alone.
Yeah.
Because I was just walking around alone, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to try this out. Yeah. And it was fun alone. Now, if I was with my whole family doing it,
I
don't think it would be that fun because, my wife would be like, can you put your phone away?
Our kids are run off.
Yeah, our kids are run off. I'm like, I've just got to open this crate here at Galaxy's Edge. But if you're alone, and I think this audio thing is for the people who go alone too. If you're alone at Disney, it's fun. Yeah.
You can have a friend walking.
You have a friend. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's what the glasses are for. You put them on, and it's just like this person walking beside you.
It's the DHIs from the
Yes.
whatever the book series is, the Kingdom Keepers. I couldn't think of it all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then speaking of Disney or Disney Plus, see, everybody's going to say that now.
I know.
Yeah, Genie Plus, Lightning Lane. The signs have started going up, and it looks so. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be negative, but they look so bad. It looks like Chris. You watched Portlandia, right?
I've seen some of it.
Did you see the "Put a Bird on It" segment?
I don't think I did.
It's this couple, and they go around, and they just like find objects, and they go, "Put a bird on it," and they just put like a sticker of a bird on it. It's pretty funny. You have to look up "Put a Bird on It" on YouTube, Portlandia. It's really funny. But when I saw the pictures of the lightning lanes, I'm like, it's the bird people. They're just walking around putting stickers on, because it looks like they had saw a Fastpass sign and they're like, let's put a sticker on this, and they just put a sticker on it, and they're like, look, now it's Lightning Lane. So I just thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, so I mean, they've not really put a date on it, right? But they said the fall, which starts in September. But if they're already doing this, if they're already doing this and they're putting stickers up instead of like taking their time and making it look good, then it could be pretty soon. Like, I mean, why not do it while it's slow like this, like it is, And I think that's what they're thinking is like, let's start doing this so we can figure out the bugs until before the first.
Yeah, I think they want stuff running by the first because they don't have much for the first, but just because of COVID putting everything back.
Oh, well, they don't care about COVID in Florida. What are you talking about?
No. Like, since they couldn't get the Tron ride open, they couldn't get all these other rides and stuff done. They're like, well, let's just put out what we have. Yeah, put out what we have really fast.
So you mentioned the passes, but we didn't talk about.
Oh yes, sorry, we got distracted. So the passes now, there's 4 passes. It starts with the Disney Pixie Dust Pass.
Oh, Pixie Dust Pass.
Now I think these prices are just renewal prices.
I thought they were. No, I think they're discounted if you renew, but I think those are the prices.
The Pixie Pass is $3.99.
Yeah. Which sounds like a great deal on the surface.
But then you look at the blackout dates and you're like,
you can only go during the week.
I can go 2 days a year.
You can only go during the week. You literally cannot go on the weekends with that pass. I mean, unless you pay for a different ticket.
Which when we lived in Florida, we had a pass sort of like that.
But that's also for Florida residents.
Yeah,
that pass.
And then you have
so it makes sense.
Yeah. Then you have the Disney Pirate Pass where you just steal it. You just take it.
Go in and pillage.
Yeah, it's for $6.99, and it's only for Florida residents. It's just less blackout days, but still blackout days. But you can go on the weekends, I think, or some weekends. It's very confusing. And then there's the Disney Sorcerer Pass, and that's $8.99. Now I can get this one because I'm Disney Vacation Club.
Ooh, wow.
But there's still blackout dates during that one. So it's for Florida residents and Disney Vacation Club members. Yeah. And then there's the Disney incredi-pass for $1,299 plus tax. Oh, you also get 5 park reservations with that one. You get 5 park reservations with the Disney Sorcerer Pass, and then it goes down from there. 4, 3. You can only reserve 5 at a time, or 4 at a time, or 3 at a time. So the incredi-pass, basically, I don't think there's any blackout dates.
Right.
But I don't think you get all the stuff that you get now.
You don't get the Magic Maker, the pictures,
photo pass?
Right?
Yeah.
You have to add the photo pass to your whatever, and then you also have to. Well, I guess that's the main thing is adding the photo pass. You can there's an add-on for water parks, which is new.
Oh no, they've had that before.
Is it okay? Somebody said it was new, so I wasn't sure.
They've had water. I mean, there was the big pass had like you could do everything. You could do a water park.
Yeah,
you
sure.
could do.
But I guess the fact that it was an add-on for any level is the new thing. Maybe,
Okay, yeah.
maybe that's what's new about it. And it was it's like $100.
I did the photo
isn't that bad.
pass because it was included.
Yeah.
But if it's not included, I'm not going to do it.
Sure.
You know, I have a phone
Yeah.
with a camera on it. I'll just take those pictures. It was cool to have it, but
yeah,
not to pay for it. Because usually those pictures, like, most of them aren't great. Like, because I've got them before, so I'll pick and choose the ones I want, and the rest I'll just leave on there.
Some are good. I'm really curious about the ones where it's like the 360 view or whatever, where that's like up above and they do this cool looking thing and they zoom in on you and all these things. And then there's like some of the Star Wars ones, you know, like they have you posing certain ways. Those are cool. We usually get it just because we don't go often. And it's, again, we like to leave our phone holstered, you know, and
I just don't want to pay for it.
But I totally get it. It's like $150, whatever, you know. So
if they had made the tickets cheaper, by taking away stuff, okay, but they didn't make the tickets cheaper. They just took away stuff.
Yeah, but which goes along with what else they've taken away and didn't make cheaper, right? So they've taken away the free Magic Bands, taken away parking that was free. They've taken away Fast Pass that was free. You know, they're taking all these things away and not really adding. Well, they're not reducing prices.
Like this is frustrating. Debbie Downer episode.
It is. Sorry. We did have a question, not a question, but a statement. So, so Heather, that's in our chat. Thanks for being here tonight, Heather.
Heather.
She said, for the first time, I feel like I'm going to hate our trip to Walt Disney World. I said, no, you can still have fun. Don't worry.
Yeah, you'll still have fun.
And she said it's our daughter's graduation trip, and we won't know how the DAS passes will be working. And I said they said they'll still have DAS passes. I said in the chat here.
Yeah.
And you'll use the lightning lane, so don't worry about that. Yes. You can still have fun if you have the DAS passes.
I'm a person that has to use a DAS pass.
Yeah.
So when this first came out and I saw the word DAS pass in the verbiage, I'm like, oh no, are they taking it away? What's going on? But I think from what I've read, you will be able to now make your times in the app.
Yeah.
Rather than having to go find a person at an umbrella, like we've had to do.
That's right. Yeah, that's good. That's what. Yeah, it's all electronic.
You can still go to the person at the umbrella, but you don't have to. My friends at the umbrellas.
I think that's a plus, though.
Yeah, that's a plus.
Through the app. That's because that's something they've added on.
And you can somehow apply for it through the app, which I don't quite understand.
I mean, that's so. Not to talk too much about that, though. It's like, from what I understand, that, you know, you don't have to show a lot of evidence of or give a lot of proof of what disability you have, right?
Which would surprise me because when somebody told me about it, because there was years that we didn't have this, and my family would ride rides, and I would just sit and wait on them for most of the day, and then somebody told me about it, and I was like, oh, I need to apply for this. So I gathered up all the information I needed, made sure I had all this stuff from the doctor, all this stuff. And I'm like, here it is. Here's all this stuff. And they're like, oh, we don't need to see that. Here you go. And I'm like, oh,
want to know.
Okay. I hope nobody's abusing this, but I'm sure they are.
Yeah. Please don't tell a lot of people, because that's what I'm afraid of, is that more people are going to be like, yes, I have this issue. Yeah. You can't ask me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't, even though that it legitimately I can, have it, I don't abuse it. Like if I see that there's a line that I need it for, I'll get it, and then I'll go hang out or do something, else. I'm not like just trying to get on the ride as fast as I can. I'll wait the time. I'll sit.
Yeah.
If they want me to sit on a bench, I'll sit on a bench and wait for the time. That's just how it is. But Heather, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Everything should be good.
Yeah. So she's excited that that's going to be easier. So
yeah, cool. I don't know when that will roll out. It'll probably just sort of happen one day. It'll say update your app, and we'll update the Disney Experience app, and then we'll be there.
Yep.
I'm leaving September 10th, and we'll be down there.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
So next Friday.
Yeah. We'll leave on the 10th, and then the 11th, I'll be at Galaxy's Edge.
Man.
So if anybody's going to be around Galaxy's Edge, come find me. I don't know.
The 10th sounds like a good day for a one-chip challenge. Then
for Ryan, yeah.
Oh, I'll be here. So I'll be there. I'm excited that our mom's going to get to come down.
Yeah.
Too, and she hasn't been to Disney in years. And right now we just have one. She's just going with our relative that works there for one day. So we've got to figure out if there's a way we can get her tickets for any of the other days.
Well, there's ways.
Well, I mean, if we can afford to get her tickets for their days, because it's not cheap. But we're going to Hollywood Studios that day, and I said something about Galaxy's Edge. She's, ooh, I get to see the Star Wars land. I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, I'm so excited. And then we didn't have any dinner reservations. Then something popped up, so I grabbed it fast. It's a 4:00 dinner, so I guess it's a senior citizen dinner.
I mean, it's perfect.
We're going to the Brown Derby, which I haven't been to.
Oh wow!
Fancy.
Yeah.
Last time I went there, I got super sick.
What?
I don't know. I had some mushroom
soup
pasta thing or something, and
oh great! Don't tell me that.
Oh well, that had to be like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a long time
ago. Who are you there with?
Jared.
Oh, there's your
me
problem.
And Jared went.
There's your problem.
And it was probably because at the time I was eating cheese and I didn't know I should probably not eat cheese, and I think it had a lot of cheese.
Or mushrooms. They're just gross, so maybe that's why.
Oh,
mushrooms aren't too bad.
Mario doesn't think
stuff.
Bad.
Oh. Anyways,
Mario.
So I'm excited. I think that'll be a nice place to take, our mom and Sammy to eat dinner.
How long before, so I'm going next year to Disney World.
Like in September, right?
Yeah.
And September? I thought it was November. No, okay. I got my dates confused.
September. So I got the Disney World app.
Yeah. The Disney Experience app.
Yeah, when can you start booking stuff?
Oh, well. Sit back, relax. I didn't know we were going here tonight, but I guess we are. Are you staying on property?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so unless it's changed, food reservations could be 180 days out?
Well,
it may have changed, though.
I think it's 60 right now.
Is it 60?
But who knows?
Oh, wait. Right? It is 60 because of everything going on. Originally, it was 180 days, right?
Right.
And then it bumped down to 60. Because it was 60 for fast passes.
Right. For on property, yeah. Or 90 days for on I forget now because it's so different.
It's so changed.
It was 60.
With the new fast pass or the new Disney Genie or whatever. I don't know.
Well, the Genie, you do it that morning at 7 o'clock in the morning.
So that's
now,
what it's like.
But food is like 60 days out.
Yeah, 60.
That's also, I think, isn't that the for your park passes too, like the park reservations? Is it 60 days out or?
Yes, it is, because I tried to get some for our September trip a while back, and I was like, oh, I can't get them yet.
Yeah.
Something like that. So you have a while, but I would be happy to, for a small fee, to help walk you through it. Can I just go with you, by the way?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You heard it here. You can't take it back.
We actually have a Disney planner or whatever.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Because my wife's sister, that's what she does, and so we've got one of her people.
So you don't want
that they set up the account for us, and they got us the reservations ready. So yeah, we're going to stay at the Polynesian for a few days and go on the Wish, the new Disney Wish cruise, and then come back and go to the boardwalk, stay in the boardwalk for a couple days.
So fancy.
He's so fancy. By the way, though, folks listening, going with a travel agent is the way to go.
Unless you're DVC.
That's true. It's a little different, yeah. But if you're not DVC and you're just going, even if you're a pro at it, but especially if you don't know what you're doing or you're just not sure, but even if you know what you're doing, we did it last time.
Yeah,
and
it's good.
The nice thing is, it's like they'll do as much as you want them to do, but one of the benefits is they'll book it, and if there's a change and you're not paying attention, they'll tell you that some things have changed, like here this price all of a sudden got cheaper for this, or hey, there's free dining, which that probably won't ever happen. Or this deal, and then they change it for you. You don't have to go and do it. But then also you can go and say, well, can you go book my dining? I guess is about the only thing now. But then ask them questions. It's like all these weird things that are going on. You just say, hey, I don't understand this Genie Plus thing, and they'll explain it to you. So
as best they can.
If you're looking for
Once Upon a Time travel, right?
Upon a Star Travel.
Upon a Star Travel. See, I don't know. Upon a Star Travel. David Dollar, Jen Novotny. Ask for them.
Yeah.
Upon a Star Travel.
And Heather says it's 60 days for
60
for dining.
days now. Yeah.
Yeah.
The days of 80 days out are gone. No more.
There they.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, with DVC, I had talked to a travel agent for our Hawaii trip, for our
anniversary,
our 20th anniversary.
Yeah,
and I was like, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we sure to help. We're glad to help you." I'm like, "Well, we're DVC, so we'll get the rooms." Oh yeah, well, yeah, I can't help you. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'll plan it all myself then."
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
The only thing is we didn't use Upon a Star last time because I didn't know about them at the time.
Yeah.
But we when we booked before COVID, and we ended up still going in last October, and we got an email from our travel agent that there was a change and we could get a room a little bit cheaper on the same property. And I was like, I'm fine with what we have, but I like that we had a preferred room. I'm good with it. It's not that much more. Turns out I probably should have just gotten standard. But then I found out later, like I was on a bus with somebody, and they were like, yeah, we were staying at Pop, and our travel agent switched us over to the Caribbean resort for about the same price. It wasn't that much more. And I was like, son of a gun. And I looked it up later, and I was like, we could have stayed like for just a little bit more at a moderate, which is the Caribbean resort. Now, there's some challenges with the Caribbean because you've got a lot of it's huge, right? And you have to take really buses to get around. But it still would have been cool to stay at the Caribbean. I mean, because of it where it is on the Skyliner, you don't have to like switch to go to you're at the switch point, right? Yeah. You can either go to Epcot this way or go to Hollywood Studios this way. Whereas when you're at Pop, you go to Caribbean, get off, and then pick which one you want to go on. So there's some advantages to staying Caribbean, and that would have been cool, but it's fine. But
this trip, I think we won't be staying on property.
Yeah,
it's my wife's doing a conference, so we're just tagging along with her work stuff.
It's your wife's fault.
No, it's
her fault that they're going.
Yeah, so. She's the reason we're going. It's not her fault that we're not staying on property. We're just not.
Yeah.
So that's the only bad thing, because we can only book 3 days at a time since we're not on property. So we have our first 3 days parks planned, but after that, who knows? I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be able to get what we want.
Sure.
The crowds have been so low, and I think it's going to stay that way.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to get another lightsaber. It'll be fine.
Oh man, I want to. Really, I want the Cal Kestis or the Ray. Yellow one. I won't get it, but they haven't had any. Like I've seen pictures, and they've had like 4 or 5 in stock because they can't get them.
Yeah, I was gonna say in general, just merchandise has been hard to get just because of shipping issues or materials not being available probably to make those things. So
yeah, I blame Chris.
But so on that note, one thing they did announce is that you can only buy 2 of these special things.
Hope so.
Two special things.
of the 50th anniversary things.
Yeah.
You can't go and like buy a bunch of them and sell them on eBay. Essentially,
I hope so. They'll figure out a way.
They'll figure out a way. Yeah. But at least they're trying. But but that's not the reason why they're doing it, because they don't care. They just care if people buy it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What they've realized though is that they don't have enough stock.
Yeah.
So it's not fair, and people
Cupboards are bare.
They're trying to help a little bit. The cupboards are bare. They're not making money.
No, I mean like there's there's no product, but there's no product.
No, they're definitely making money.
There's no product. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're making money. My son, who's 6 years old, very wise, and we were talking about this Genie Plus thing and Fast Passes.
Yeah,
my wife and I, and he goes, "Why are they doing this? Why do they want more of our money to ride rides? Why can't we just ride the rides for free?" And I'm like, "We can still ride the rides with our tickets. We just can't get these pass." Well, I don't understand. Why would Disney do this? It's like,
it's life, son.
Like, son, they just want more money. Well, don't they have enough? No, they never have enough.
Apparently not.
Never.
Anyways.
I just hope it isn't leading up to e-tickets and A tickets and B, all that junk again. I mean,
they can do that if they have the same prices they had when they did that.
Yeah,
25 cents for this ride.
You add on. I mean, that would make sense though, that it wasn't not that low. But I mean, there's no way they could expect somebody to pay $150 to get in the gate and then pay to just get on rides, not fast passes, right? Yeah. Just to get on rides. There's no way anybody would do that, right? So it would have to be that you pay this really low base rate, but then to get this booklet, you got this digital booklet, you got to pay. Okay,
don't give them any ideas.
Oh, they already have the idea.
The Bobs are listening.
Sorry.
Everywhere. Anyways. Yeah, so we're usually not this negative. It just seems like this week a lot of announcements were made for a lot of things that were just sort of like, okay. And then I watched the latest What If, and I was like, wow, they're just I messaged you guys and said they should change the name to What If the Marvel Universe was just depressing.
Yes. Well, the first two episodes were very kind of like light and kind of fun and everything. And these past two episodes, which Katrin hasn't seen the end of this last episode yet, the Doctor Strange yet.
You still watch
but yeah, man, they got
dark as the dark.
And there was I thought I read something. There was one episode that they were going to try and do. And it was like Spider-Man lost his arm and got a cybernetic arm. They're like, oh, it was too dark or whatever. We didn't want to do it. And then you see this episode, you're like,
what?
It's dark and depressing. It's dark and depressing.
So I told Chris earlier we were talking.
You haven't finished, Katrin. You haven't finished the episode.
I know.
It's dark and depressing.
What I would I think would make these a little bit better, which I love them. And I more than you guys do probably, but
I like them a lot.
I think what would really could take it to the next level, I'll put it that way, is if they would finish more of the story out. I would love to see how that affects more things. When XYZ happen, all the Avengers are dead.
Wait, whoa,
let's say that happened. Let's just say that happened.
Spoilers here.
Then what happens, right? We saw, kind of what happened or whatever, but it's what else, and how does that story keep going,
Each episode kind of ends in a way that you look forward to what would happen after that. I wouldn't say necessarily cliffhangers, but they kind of are a little bit. They're kind of like mini cliffhangers, almost setting stuff up for more stuff.
Yeah.
Which they could, possibly do. I'm sure they'll do another season. And they could probably take some of their more interesting stories or ones that people are really into and continue them if they wanted to. Or if you watch the Hyundai commercial that has What If in it, you might know what's going to happen. So
I haven't watched it. But anyways, yeah, it was maybe next episode will be a little more what if in this multiverse everybody loved each other and was happy?
No,
I think it's Party Thor.
Party Thor, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposedly if he wasn't worthy of Mueller, whatever his name is, the hammer his name is.
Emu.
Yeah, there you go.
Emu.
If he's not worthy, that's the idea. Is he comes down to Earth or whatever.
He just parties.
He could be just like this. He could be more like Loki.
Yeah, supposedly, like I think I saw somewhere they called him Party Thor.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Yeah, it was like, what if Thor was banished to Earth but was still? Well, this says actually, what if Thor was banished to Earth but was still worthy of his mantle?
Oh,
so he didn't have to earn it back. He just got banished to Earth. But
okay.
Yeah, so he's banished to Earth, but he didn't have to like earn.
He didn't have to be good.
Yeah. So I mean, the picture that it has listed, I mean, looks like he's in Vegas. So
there we go.
I think it's Party Thor.
Nice.
Party Thor.
So last night at church, there was this new kid in the class I was in. This new kid, and I said, "What's your name?" His first grader. He said, "Loki." And I was like, "I'm sorry." And we had our masks on. I'm like, "I'm sorry." And he said, "Loki." Okay. And so his grandmother was standing there. I said, "Can you spell his name for me? I just want to make sure we get it down right and everything." And she said, "It's like the show." I was like, "Okay." I was just making sure because I wasn't sure if I could hear him right because he had a mask on.
Did you write down? Okay, God of Mischief.
So we had, yeah. So it was so funny watching all of the adults that were, over this class, and each person like, "I'm sorry, what was that?" And I said, "Yes, it really is that."
Just called him the variant. That's what you should just call him.
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah. Which
pruned him.
The funny thing about that too is that my Sunday school teacher told us that he works for the TVA, and of course I'm wearing a mask in that class, and I'm looking around like at everybody else that's not wearing a mask, and I'm like, and nobody else is smirking, so I'm like, I'm glad I have this mask on, so I can laugh to myself.
Did you hook them up? Did you put Loki with the TVA and say you need to take care of this?
They're not related, but I probably should have. I need to go back and report that we have a Loki. That was interesting. I've never known a Loki before, but now I do.
Wow. Interesting.
And last name Laufey-son?
Anderson.
Anderson.
Oh, so son of Ander.
Which is a Norwegian type name, right? Anderson, maybe, I don't know, or at least European, I guess.
Well, I mean, like basically the Norse gods or whatever the Norse, you would take your father's name.
I got you.
And then you'd put son on the end of it. That's why it's like Thor, Odin's son.
Oh gosh, now you're confusing me.
Loki, Laufey-son.
So what about Danielson?
Well, apparently his father's name was Daniel.
But only according to Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Gosh, sorry.
Mr. Miyagi was really big into Norse mythology.
All right, we've come to that time of the show where we're going to talk about what you streaming, what we've been watching this week, whether on Netflix, TV, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, Hulu, or any of the other 50,000 streaming services out there. What have you guys been streaming this week? Let's try to end on a happy note.
I've been watching an older show. It's definitely not for kids. It's an adult. But it's a cartoon. It's the Venture Brothers.
Animated series.
Yeah, it was like an old Adult Swim cartoon called the Venture Brothers. And it's basically it's a play off of like Johnny Quest. And it's pretty crude. But I just needed that humor this week. It was just fun.
You needed that crude humor.
I just needed stupid humor, and it's a fun watch. It gets bloody, adult situations. You'll love it. It's great. But also tonight we're watching. There was a new episode of Expedition X where they go into the Great Smoky Mountains.
Oh,
and they're looking for the feral people.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just comes out of the wood with his big beard on.
Okay.
Hey guys, what's more cowbell?
Yes, so is.
He's dressed up like his Wedding Crashers.
Did they
character.
find any?
Well, we're still watching it. So
Don't
I don't know.
spoil it.
There's still a possibility.
They never find anything.
But it's interesting. They stopped with and had some moonshine.
Oh.
With some moonshiners up in the Smoky Mountains.
Well, on Rocky Top.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, football season has started. Everybody.
Woo!
The Balls played tonight.
Did they lose?
No, they're winning. They're playing Bowling Green, so they better win. Dadgummit.
Yeah, they better.
Soylent Green?
Soylent Green, yes.
Patron, besides that, what have you been?
We finished watching all of the Jurassic movies.
Oh.
So my son has told us a few times that he's watched everything. So we're like, have you watched the Jurassic Park? No, you haven't watched Jurassic Park. So
you're a liar, son.
He's watched some of them by himself, which I was surprised. He watched 2 and 3. I didn't get to watch those with him, but we watched the Jurassic World, watched the new one, the Fallen World, or the newest one, I guess I should say. And he loved them. I was really surprised he didn't ask to sleep in our room or something, which is 10. So he's getting big on us here. Aww. But he did well with them, and he likes them. So. But we're always singing, "It's a dinosaur, it's a dinosaur," like all the time. We can't quit singing this.
So you didn't get to watch the greatest one with them. Episode 3. I think it was episode 3. No, it's not the greatest. I'm joking. So when he's on, is that the one where he's on the airplane and he falls asleep and the dinosaurs? Yeah. He goes, Alan.
Yeah, that's the one.
I forgot about that.
It's like the best scene. It's so stupid. It's Alan, it's me, the dinosaur.
That last one, man, that was terrifying at some points. The Fallen World, where they're in like New York or wherever they are. I don't know where they are, but and the one they made in that finger. I remember when we talked about the previews. We're like, that's got to be a dream sequence or something or some kind of simulation or
in
something.
Like a bedroom.
Yeah, in the bedroom. But it's like that was in the movie. It was pretty terrifying, but he did well with it. But so one other thing. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that one kind of went somewhere odd.
Yeah, it was really weird there at the end. Yeah. The other thing that we're streaming though is I told my son he needs to watch Ace of Cakes because he watches all these cooking shows and there was something that was like Duff versus Buddy was this new show.
Oh yeah.
Like, no, watch Ace of Cakes. So he turns it on and he said, I'm gonna have to skip seasons a little bit because this one the screen is all stretched weird because it's like not HD. So he skipped ahead to when they had it HD and I was like, they're like telling all these stories in the show, and I was like, "Where are you in the series?" And he told me why, and I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Man, we're spoiled, I guess." But
what's wrong with the screen? Yeah, there's no black bars on the top and bottom.
Yeah,
it's on the side.
The Venture Brothers. Yeah, the Venture Brothers. I've been watching this. The screen is like a small screen inside my screen. Yeah.
That's funny. So that's what we're streaming.
Oh. Well,
what are you streaming, Ryan?
We binged a season of a show because my wife doesn't know how not to binge a season when the whole season's on there. We'll be like, I'm like, let's watch one episode or something, and we'll watch it. She's like, turn the next one on. Just let it go. We gotta finish. We gotta finish it. We gotta see what happens. I'm like, don't you think we should go to bed? No.
Oh. Yeah.
So we watched the second season of Outer Banks on Netflix, which the first season we both really enjoyed a lot. The second season, I liked it, but the writer's room must have had a board with all these crazy things, and they had darts, and they just said, let's see what happens next. And they throw a dart and be like, yeah, sure, let's do that. Because there's like so many like weird plot holes and weird like things that happen that you're just like, what? I usually don't yell at a TV screen. Well, not yell, but basically go, what are you? That's stupid. That doesn't make sense. And I did that a lot during this season. I mean, it was a lot, like a lot. I'm like, that's not how that works, that commercial. I did that a bunch. I don't want to spoil anything, but there is one moment that I won't go into detail. But some characters get on a boat in one part of the world, a little boat with a tank of gas, and then somehow they end up in another part of the world, and they go, "Oh, look, we're here," and I'm like, "That's physically impossible." Like on that little boat with one tank of gas, you couldn't get that distance, and they're just like, "Oh, we're already here. How did that happen?" And it was just like,
yeah, we were watching. We watched the 28 Days Later and the 28 Weeks Later, the two the zombie movies.
Yeah.
We watched both of those, and then that second one, there's a helicopter in it, and you never see it touch down, and it's flying the whole movie, like 48 hours, and then like flies overseas at the end of it. Like, where did you get the gas? Like, there's it's an apocalypse England. There's nothing there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, but I mean, Outer Banks season 2 is good. It was. I liked the first season better, but I recommend watching the second season. Just go into it knowing that most everything that they do doesn't make sense. Literally everything that they do doesn't make sense. So there you go. Because I know, Chris, I know you and your wife wanted to watch it.
Yeah, we'll probably watch it.
It's still fun. I mean, it's fun. It's teenager treasure hunt type stuff, but it was funny. I'm just like, what? And even my wife was like, that doesn't work like that.
Seinfeld's coming.
Yeah.
Seinfeld's like coming to Netflix.
Oh. Yeah, it is. Yeah. We've been
Speaking of things that don't make sense.
Yeah. We've been watching Seinfeld. We actually got the series because it wasn't on anything at the time. We got
it will be.
Watched it. Yeah, we'll be. Yeah, because we're just going through all the '90s shows that my wife hasn't watched. We watched all of Friends.
She was in that cult, right, during the '90s.
Yeah. During the '90s, she was in the cult. Couldn't watch TV. So yeah, we did Friends. We're doing Seinfeld, and then the other day she's like, "Have you watched Frasier?"
Oh, wow!
I'm like, yeah, I watched Frasier.
You should have said, I don't. What is that? It doesn't sound familiar at all.
I don't know
what that is. Oh, you mean that show from the guy from Cheers?
Yes. Yeah, like,
and then she'd be like,
what's
Cheers?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Oh,
good. Oh, and there's speaking of '90s shows, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you'll have to watch that too. And there's going to be a new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So.
Yeah, I don't think I'll watch the new one.
No. I'm getting a little done with the just rebooting all the old shows. I think I'm sort of done with that. But,
I've been done with.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, well.
Movies and everything.
What are you gonna do?
The new He-Man's coming out later this month. And it just looks ridiculous.
I'll probably watch the first episode, and that'll be
yeah,
just to see what it's like. But
we already talked about it. But
how many new He-Mans are there going to be?
But hopefully they'll have the second part of Revelations, whatever they'll call it. Maybe that will come out soon and make it all confusing. It's like, did you watch He-Man? Yeah. See this? No.
Oh, my wife brought home new pets.
Oh, yeah.
It's a question dinner.
I'm not excited at all. They went to the beach. I was working. They went to the beach and they came home and she called and said, "Hey, we're bringing home. Got some crabs on the beach." I'm like, "What?" "Oh yeah, hermit crabs."
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, don't come home. No. She's like, I'm like, "How many?" "I don't know, a few." There's like 6 or I don't know. There's a bunch of these little things. She went out and got a thing for them to live in.
Aquarium.
Yeah, like a big thing.
Big aquarium.
Yeah. And it's got like a heating thing on it.
And the heater.
Oops, I left it off. That's all you have to do. It's over.
I'm like, the kids are going to ignore this in 2 days. Guess what? She says, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And then she goes out of town. I don't like them. There's two cockroaches of the sea or something.
We tried to do fish at our house, and we did terrible. Like we did betas or whatever. It was just terrible. And then we did goldfish, and we finally just had to give up. Not gold.
I said, we're going out of town.
Guppies.
Next week. We're going out of town. What about these things? Oh, we have somebody that comes and watches our dog. Oh, she could just take care of him. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, all right. You can't even look at him because when you walk up to the thing, that is collapsed into their shell.
Scared.
They do it fast. There's like, they're in. So it's just looking at shells is all it is.
We're living free.
I'd say this is what's funny. Before they went to the beach, they watched Finding Nemo and Finding Dory.
Oh, that was it.
And but then they come home with this, and I'm like, oh, you learned nothing from Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. She's like, what do you mean? You took these poor animals from their homes in the ocean, in the great big ocean, brought them to a little aquarium, just like they did at the dentist office, where those poor creatures were trying desperately to escape.
Evil.
And now they're going to escape. You're going to wake up one night, and they'll have tied you up.
Oh, yeah.
And robbed you blind.
They're escape artists. They figure out how to get out of these things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so my relative of mine went on a Disney cruise recently, and she had a little hitchhiker come back with her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so if you go on a cruise, check your luggage after going to the beach, because she got home with her luggage, and she has it upstairs. She put her stuff upstairs, and the next morning when she came down to the kitchen, there was a 2-inch, that's just the body, 2-inch baby tarantula in the kitchen sink. It had crawled from their bedroom upstairs, downstairs, into the kitchen.
No.
Her husband hit it twice with something, didn't kill it, and then ran like scalding hot water over it in order to...
Oh my gosh, tortured it.
But I mean, they showed a picture, and like, it doesn't look like it got hit at all.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's a picture.
And it laid babies all
over. Yeah. When there's giant. One, there's more.
It's a real life arachnophobia. I mean, it's horrifying.
So don't go on a Disney cruise. Got it.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering about all these crabs, because she brought so many crabs. Those crabs are gonna like have a little party in that aquarium, and then there's gonna be more crabs in that aquarium.
Yeah, you have like, is there like a little bowl they have in there where they put the keys in it?
There is 2 bowls in there.
Is it full of keys?
One's salt water, one's other water.
Oh, okay.
Other water.
Non-salt water, I guess.
Gray water.
You put a party Thor in there.
It doesn't smell good either. I hate it so much. She doesn't listen. It's fine.
She knows she hates.
Yes, she does. She knows. Anyways, well, this has been a weird episode. We've just sort of been all over the place. But I've had
a Disney episode.
I've had fun. Oh, Heather binge watched Grimm. I need to, I watched Grimm for a long time, and then something happened. I never finished it. I should go back and finish it. That was a good show.
It was good. Yeah, all the way through too. I thought it was a good show. I wouldn't mind another show like Grimm.
Yeah,
it was fun. I liked it.
Now, is the wife in Grimm Lois?
Yes.
Yeah.
In Lois and Superman and Lois.
Superman and Lois.
Yeah, that's right. Lois.
Yeah, Lois.
And she's actually married to like the main actor from Grimm. I believe they got married.
Well.
Mm-hmm.
Special.
Now she's with Superman.
Oh well, what are you gonna do? Anyways, well, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Chris Catron, thanks for hanging out with me on this Thursday night.
Oh, you said sorry. I thought you were like Chris Catron. Thanks for like, you're welcome.
No, Chris and Catron.
Don't thank me. It's fine.
I should have said Catron and Chris, I guess.
There you go. Yes, exactly.
Next week we'll have something new for you guys, and then I'll be off to Disney, so that would be fun. Mm-hmm. I'll come back with all kinds of stories, probably.
Ooh.
Yes. All the stories. I think my favorite ride's going to be closed. Maybe, I don't know. Is Big Thunder closing down?
I don't know.
The kids have been asking about it, so I hope it's not, because Disney will crush them.
Rue the day.
Anyways, thanks for listening to episode 206 of I Am Geek, and we'll be back with you next week for a brand new episode. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody.